What up, gamers? Spencer here, and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. So yeah, let's continue with this whole thing with I guess putting Robin back together in the silent film. Yeah, hopefully this ends soon. I think the concept is cool of the silent film, but I think it's dragging out a bit long now. Like I even feel like that whole cutscene just now with this over here. I feel like that was like so extra, in my opinion. Yeah, very extra. There's a thing here, but I just don't feel like reading, extra stuff right now. Quiet, quiet. You can hear the talk, or the talk. Tick-tock! The ticking of the clockwork. Okay, this must be like the final battle or something. Should I even just like maybe use one? I don't even know what her ability is with this. But you know what? Let me just use this. Why not? Old Clocky. Before I judge you all, I must first deal with the disobedient pawn, Scott. How utterly despicable that you side with them. So desperate to play the hero, aren't you? Just felt an ominous chill run down my spine. Why waste your breath on it? One bullet to fudge them up, and we're done here. Tick-tock! Thought I'd just play along with your little hero fantasy. Mr. Grady gave me a special bullet that never misses. One pull of this trigger, and the master will, with the most dialogue, will drop dead on the spot. Die, Trailblazer. Scott took the fatal hit meant for you. No. I can't keep going with all of you, but I'll die happy, knowing that I gave my life for justice to keep others safe. Yay! Time to crack open the champagne. Tell Rakshmi, the nights we broke up, I lied to her. There's no such thing as God of Justice. That justice is part of the name. It doesn't mean anything. What do you think? How would you rate this shocking reveal, Ribbit? Director, heal me up. I worked it so hard to lead them into the trap, and now you're shooting me in the butt? Penocony profanity. If your worthless stealing self hadn't blocked that bullet, old Clocky would have eliminated Trailblazer already. Who are you to have the audacity to act proud? I sent you undercover to deliver a crushing blow at the story's climax. Instead, you couldn't even manage basic narrative structure. Even a child could tell you were putting on an act. Since you're so desperate for attention, congratulations, Mr. Scott. You're hereby demoted from actor to stage decoration. Hey, what about my butt? Just one more bullet to go. One more bullet and no more pain. Old Clocky, quit playing dead. No completed scene. No paycheck for you. Tick-tock! What gave you that impression I was faking? My clockwork has been ticking away this whole time. What? Are we gonna fight? Wait, we're going to discuss about the situation? That was so fudge and satisfying. Time to break out the hell drone and smoke salt malt juice to celebrate. Uncontainable joy surges through the man's heart, sending him to euphoria. And yet, this is nothing more than a common mental attack. Watchmaker, witness this. Your most prized tricks now belongs to me. Darn it, for some bizarre reason, I have the sudden urge to dance with this jerk. Tick-tock! Behold the clockwork, invented by the watchmaker, the devil who once ruled Penacony. In its presence, even the strongest minds become nothing but blank pages, easily rewritten at will. Oh, shoot, what did I say? How's your power range so ridiculously broad? Knockoff characters don't need to worry about power balancing in a story. Messing with your bro, Boots Hill? Big mistake. Come on, Trailblazer. Let's show this knockoff what actual clockwork can do. Oh no, we're gonna do the thing where we like... Okay, we're gonna reset him. Satisfied? If you're reading this, it means you chose the wrong opponent. Tick-tock! I am the mistress, chief physician of your soul. untunable. Okay. Well, who do we have here? A poor little thing, trying to save your friend from a curse when you can't even protect yourself? Surprised your clockwork is useless? Shocked? Confused? Well, of course you are. The power of your clockwork comes from Clocky, but I am old Clocky. When the junior meets a senior, it's only natural for you to fail. Now, it's time for the old man to teach the kid a lesson. Feeling beyond words clutches at your mind. Not one of Clockwork's 4 different emotions. This is darker and heavier, and like a silent nightmare. Departed loved ones, betrayal by those you trust the most, the shadow of approaching death. These manufactured emotions burst in your heart, leaving in just a black void that watches you with the empty eyes of the corpse. You finished with your little show yet? I don't have time to play pretend with you. Impossible! I use clockwork to turn everyone's emotion to pure despair. Outright. Your dialogue is straight from Villains 101. These pathetic attempts at manipulation are less effective than vultures squawking over a corpse. What took you so long? Was that whole silent badass act really necessary? Was it your magic resistance that blocked the mental attack? If only it were that simple. Unfortunately, my magic resistance isn't nearly as overpowered as Saber's. I wanted to see how deep this monstrous heck could go in the strange universe of yours, but it seems your world still has hope and a future after all. Despair? Please. I've witnessed enough scenes of despair to submerge this entire playground of nightmare. I've seen enough corpses hanging from gallows that stretch like endless forests. I've witnessed the charred remains after doomsday battles where people became nothing more than ravenous beasts devouring each other. Just who? Who in the world are you? A hard-working guardian, though admittedly somewhat of a workaholic. I've seen far too many forms of despair, but to break me? Your fake illusions don't even come close. Tick-tock! Cranking power to maximum. I refuse to accept that anyone can resist my clockwork now. Ever seen bodies mangled under war chariots? Trace on! That's cool. How do I have the animation for that? What the heck? Hey, what is that? That wasn't from us, right? Oh, that was Saber? Oh, no, not Saber. That's my Saber. But like, wait, what was that? Just like, that like knocked him out just now. Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, so far with the story, I think the silence film stuff is a bit drawn out in my opinion. But at the same time, I feel like it's got to be this way because, you know, for like the only villain in this story, yeah, it's just like all the other servants and masters versus Scott and Grady. Don't get smug. The director will avenge me. Extra lines won't earn you extra pay. Oh, in that case, I'm dead. Good. Now let's regroup with the others. Oh, looks like you just crawled out of a tough fight. Fork and Voided, Song Whale. Now you decide to appear after we did all the work? Well, I did do something alright. Some evil spirit called the Revolver Governor got all clinging with me. Insisted we play a game, and ended up losing 10 years worth of savings to me. Look, I even brought an old friend back with me. Sleepy Robin. After a short break, the scattered allies finally reconvened. I had no idea so much was happening. Thank you for keeping my master safe. I just didn't want to give Grady satisfaction. Let's save the things for later. Didn't that girl say if we brought her all of her split selves together, she could return to normal? I proposed this theory assuming none of the Robins would be in a defect status. There's a dissonance in the melody, despair. You old clocky. Dang it. Grady, what foul language are you having me use? Anyway, the emotion affecting the last master hasn't disappeared despite the enemy's demise. Sunday will absolutely kill me dead. My resonance isn't nearly as powerful as Miss Robin's, but it is enough to clear this minor dissonance. Master, please stay quiet and don't disturb my melody. Ignore whatever you see. These are just my internal doubts and won't hurt anyone else. Now, rebuild a melody that's truly of your own. Thank you everyone for your help. Without you, I would definitely have been fudging. Sorry, seems the conscious splitting effects haven't completely worn off. Everyone, please come closer. I've decoded this film's melody. With a few adjustments, we should break free from Grady's noble phantasm. Master, you gave me the chance to win the Holy Grail War, and I saved you once in return. We are now square. What a pleasant surprise, old friend. Have you finally understood that who it was that can truly grant your wish? The evil spirit must still be affecting you. Let me tune you properly. Master, you're far too kind-hearted, with no interest in the Holy Grail. That's why I must pursue this path myself. Mr. Odie is a businessman through and through. His price will be astronomically high. And would you really betray your friends just to let me win the Holy Grail War? Here's some advice. While I'm still here, use a command spell to kill me, just like all those others who toyed with my fate. If this is beyond you, Miss Robin, then we must part ways here. What was that noise I just played now? In like a serious moment like this? What was that? Is this a declaration of war? Since you're no longer Miss Robin's servant, I have no reason to let a potential enemy walk away. I can tell you're still hesitating. Before I draw my blade, there's still time to change your mind. Everyone, aren't you forgetting something? I'm still here. My old friend has finally found her path to fulfilling her wish, and I won't let anyone block her way. You want to escape my noble phantasm? Then I'll just have to add some more excitement. The second screening has ended. See you in the final nightmare. Goodbye, Master. May your kindness never meet betrayal. Director, what about my butt? My... Okay, so like the last act now, Act 3? Because, you know, things end with 3 sometimes. Plan 6 from outer space? Lead actor, self-deceiving heart. What? Look, everyone's here. Hero's blood, monster's blood, and this third act. Wait, even... even Scott is here? I guess, you know, he did get betrayed, but like... I thought maybe he would like secretly join back with him. In this third act, the story details how explorers cause bloodshed in strange worlds. This is exactly what dream chasers of the pioneering age live for. I just realized, so like not even Lancer is here. He's been like absent for the most part in this entire story. Dadgum Bobaboo, when will this ever end? Aren't these movies all the same? Oh my. Even a proper pioneer like the cowboy can't bear to watch any longer. Director, though I don't know your life story, but surely a box office disaster and a miserable end seem all but fated. And you, Mr. Scott, did you change your tune because you are planning to abandon the darkness and embrace the light? Looks like not even Assassin's Master can tolerate his trashy films anymore. Director, did you place me in the wrong spot? I'm still among the bad guys. No. Given your stellar performance earlier, our partnership ends here. As for old OT, I'll file a claim for accidental casualty compensation on your behalf. It'll be issued to your family. Because the ending of this Plan 6 from outer space is no survivors. Wait, so I'm confused. So, you know what you can do here is that you can just take down... Can you just take down... I forgot his name already. That's how, like, I guess bad he is. Scott over here. Can't you, like, just take him down? And wouldn't, like, the servant, like, disappear? Wouldn't that, like, be an answer here? Or no? Just, like, take down Scott. I mean, I'm sure, you know, we won't do it because we're kind of nice in a way. But if you just want to, like, end us, like, right away, and since we don't really... I would assume we don't care about Scott, we could just, you know, be done with it. Grady, since you've shown no mercy, don't blame me for returning the favor. Director Aventurine. My earlier hostility was just an act to fool our enemies. I infiltrated Odie's group specifically for this moment, to help you win this Holy Grail, the only one who truly deserves it. Um, there it is. Scott's special begging technique. Mr. Scott, I know things haven't been going smoothly for you in your department, but if you can show enough commitment, the strategic investment department might have a better spot for you. How do you accept such things so easily? Grady, don't you don't think I was truly going to let you play me like a fool, right? As an actor, I am part of your noble phantasm too. As such, being the former protagonist, I can naturally use your second noble phantasm's power. How dare you? Director Aventurine, this is my show of commitment to you. Deploying staff access. One click. Noble phantasm skip. Wait, what? You just skip? Progress bar is progressing rapidly. Lead actors, everyone please stop acting. Apologies, this broadcast is having technical difficulties. Oh. Lyndon Scott. Well, obscene language from the prison world era. Me. How could there be an audience so uncultured? You skip all the best parts in the movie. This is the result of my life's entire work. And it was trash. You know nothing. I am the creator of the Dream Bubble movie genre, who established the first film company in Penacony. If I hadn't given up my monopoly on filmmaking technology, the Watchmaker and Maven would have never achieved what they did. So, would that make the films you made not bad? I'm even feeling a little bad for you now, Director Grady. You were thoroughly outclassed by true auteurs. As a master of marketing or an investor, you're undoubtedly a success, but the audience doesn't care about what you given your efforts. They just know that your movie is terrible. Huh. You can't feel the limits of the audience patience. It's just an endless, cliche-ridden, silent series of utterly unexciting gore. What a waste of everyone's time. It's no surprise that the audience eventually abandoned you. Well, that's hopeless. This guy is probably gone mad. Archer. What? I simply offered him a final shot. You're the one who drove him insane. What a sharp tongue. Amusing. A flamboyant actor you are. It's rare for anyone to make me go completely speechless during a debate. Whoa. Didn't see that coming, did you? Strangling you all in this nightmare pantomime feels a bit dull now. Tell me, would you be interested in siding with old Odie? What are you yapping about this time? Trying to drive a wedge? If you join forces, you could sweep the rest of these opponents off the board in an instant. Surely, a senior executive of the strategic investment department who understands investments better than anyone would make the right choice. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Venturine? You seem particularly obsessed with me, Director. Is it because I, as an amateur film critic, repeatedly tore apart your masterpiece? Of course, it's because you're the cleverest one here, most aware of the fact that despite your apparent power, none of you actually have escaped my bounded field. For someone like you, betrayal is always an option to consider, not a moral absolute. Someone like me. You may be a terrible filmmaker, but you're not bad at reading people. Fork me. You're not seriously. A good businessman always evaluates the situation and adjusts their stance for better investment. I'm tired of this endless farce. Eliminating this many competitors at once is quite profitable. Aventurine, you're double-crossing me? Apologies, Trailblazer. I wasn't being honest. Great. I love flexible actors like you. Now let me show my goodwill. Let's move to the next scene. Your caliber deserves a much bigger stage. Oh, special feature. The Golden Gatekeeper. Lead actors of Venturine. What? Well, now he has a voice because, you know, he switched sides. Archer, as my servant, you'll come with me, right? Taking orders from a hack like Grady? Seriously? Makes sense. Compared to this lot, you and Grady are clearly cut from the same money-grubbing cloth. What's wrong with being a little underhanded if we can win? Yeah, this is going to be way tougher than Scott was. Totally misjudge you. Guess I'll need to use a few extra fudging bullets on this guy. No, it should be my sword that delivers the final blow to the enemy commander. Master, if you're just joking, I can still cover for you if you apologize now. But if you're serious, this won't end without blood being spilled. I'll ask one more time. Shall I remove your legs first, or should I start by cutting off that irritating hand of yours? Mr. Venturine. So, you still refuse. I should use my command spells to force you into submission, but I hate brands on the flesh that bend someone to another's will. If staying with them is your wish, then so be it, but sometimes a change in perspective will make you see the gamble in its entirety. Huh, that's right. Killing you would erase my existence. Or, that's Archer. Erase my existence. Well then, sorry everyone, I surrender. I give up. Archer? Perhaps we should all surrender as well. Master, even as a joke, please don't say things that dishonor the Knight's code. What did I expect with my awful summoning luck? I told you, the guy covered in gold is never good news. But as your servant, I'll follow your commands. Wait, Director, I can be a traitor too. I want more scenes too. Fantastic. 2 more exceptional leads at once. I'll give you bigger roles, turn you into unstoppable monsters who tear everyone apart. Step into the spotlight, Mr. Venturine, and enjoy this special featurette I've created just for you. What? Yeah, battle already? Oh, what the heck? Okay. We're fighting the powered up Venturine here. Yeah, I remember you. Fought you before. Oh man, finally can give my voice a break. Yeah, so far with the story, not what I expected, man. Like, I know there's gonna be a lot of jokes and stuff with, like, maybe the Trailblazer. Maybe with some other characters. But so far, man, the story feels more like comedic base. And also, yeah, way too much time to spend in this silent film, in my opinion. I think the concept is cool, but I think it like, how do you say it again? It like overstayed its welcome, or like whatever the phrase is. Wait, can we win it by just auto-battling here? I just wonder. I assume we can. Like, especially since we don't have that annoying TV guy. Yeah, I just assume so. Here we go, almost done. I think that's the last phase, right? That we're on right now? There we go. Good job. Oh, an actual cutscene. Oh, is this from the... I think this is from the trailer. Wait, where's Lancer, dude? Oh wait, did we break out of the reality marble? Oh wow, okay, Venturine was like, I guess wanted to get into power just so that he can I guess somehow take down Grady. Hey, we're finally out, dude. My goodness. Why do actors in horror films never see where the monsters come from? Why do monsters keep popping into the frame as long as the film is rolling? It's because the true monster is born beyond the set, the director's lens, is the real cradle of terrors. Your presence concealment skill is simply a manifestation of the theatrical rule that characters in the story cannot see the cinematographer filming behind the lens. But monsters are different. They are the soul of horror films, the focus of the lens. Their line of sight is always fixed on the camera's position. That's why only Scott, the man playing the monster, can see you. You win. I concede. Having the devil lurking behind the lens and getting real monsters to step into the theater, this was my finest offline marketing campaign ever. Who'd have thought that someone could still see through my tricks hundreds of years in the future? How did you do it, friend? Did I never mention it to you? I'm your fan, Mr. Greeny. Wait, weren't you the one who roasted him so hard before? A director of flops from centuries ago, catching the eye of a big shot from the strategic investments department? Thanks for the compliment, but that was a pretty bad lie from you. Have more confidence in yourself, Mr. Greeny. After I stumbled upon your first movie, curiosity led me to dig through the archives of Grady films. Now, you had each moviegoer sign a death and liability release waiver before entering the theater. What? Wait, that sounds so bad. Like, just imagine like the Conjuring. It's like it's so scary and haunted that you gotta sign that. Wow. Oh wait, my bad. Did I finish that? Oh well. You could smell out the exact market demands and deliver maximum impact with minimal resources. Had we met back then, I would have made sure to secure a spot for you in the marketing department. I'd rather not be recognized for those achievements. You could be rolling in riches, but you poured everything into filmmaking to create something you loved. You're a director worthy of respect for that alone. But what you've done is unforgivable. The watchmaker said almost the same thing back to me back then. Like I said, I concede, I have no talent, and can't create true art. I've come to terms with that after dying. Then, could you tell us old Odie's plan? If he truly wanted to achieve his wish, he could have easily hired a few masters to stage a variety show with a rigged outcome. But he deliberately gathered a group of uncontrollable individuals to participate in the Holy Grail War that might never even happen. Mr. Odie gave me a backup plan before I came here. When I lose, I'm to humbly admit defeat and invite everyone to the Grand Theater. Mr. Odie and the Holy Grail will be waiting for you there. You'll hear all the answers from him. And you, my fan, this little behind the scenes is just for you. I believe the reason Mr. Odie reached out to you all is simple. You'll bring the higher ratings for the show. You'll bring in higher ratings for the show. Do you trust what Grady said? That's nowhere in Penacony. There's nowhere in Penacony more fitting for a grand finale than the Grand Theater. Mr. Bootshill, why are you looking at me like that? Didn't expect someone like you to be that Fudger's fan. You can see my master's taste is as tacky as his outfit. Instead of calling me master, a word that brings back dead class structures, I prefer you address me as Mr. Venturine. See, red guy? Those business crooks are all the same. They take everything you throw at them. Insulting them is like punching a cotton fluff ball. Ain't no fun at all. Then I'll graciously comply, Mr. Venturine. As for the final showdown at the theater, I'm sure that Mr. Odie has already prepared the battleground for us. With the Holy Grail in his possession, he'll be far more difficult opponent than Grady. A siege and warriors assembled to storm the walls. Now, this is starting to feel like a real war. I'm going with you. It doesn't matter whether Miss Note is now friend or foe. I will bring her back. I feel like we're about to end things off here, but then Pom Pom's like, it's just hasn't shown up yet. Make Odie pay for our emotional damage. Wait, what the heck? Wait, did he did Grady forgot to like give his voice back? Come to think of it. Oh no, no, no. That's not Scott's voice. I thought that was Scott's voice. Come to think of it, wasn't there someone else not far away? He is slowly slipping away with hushed steps.
そういえばブートヒル、
Oh, by the way,
スコー
I
ト
think I
君も
forgot
そ
to
のこと
ask,
を知らな
Mr.
かっ
Boots
たよ
Hill,
ね。
do you know which department Miss Scott's from? Aventurine flashed a grin more sinister than the devil's own. Whoa, a laugh, his lips barely moving as he silently mouthed the name of the department. The space cowboy let out a hearty laugh, cracking his knuckles with a sharp snap, a wicked smirk spreading across his face as he strode toward Scott. Whoa. You hear a cry straight out of a cartoon, over the top, full of flair, and surprisingly heartfelt. And you just know for the fact that Scott won't be getting out of that hospital bed anytime soon. But have faith in the medical advances of the cosmic age. No Scott was irreversibly harmed in the Holy Grail War, especially not in a dream. Now that's more like it. Let's move out. Yeah, let's move out. Oh, the final battle ready? Okay. Well, yeah, here we go. Hopefully these guys are good enough. I don't know. I mean, if there's a casual mode, then I'll take it. I just want to get this story, like, done and over with. I assume this is the final battle. A Lancer is here, finally. It's a mockery of a war, but you set it up so intricately. I don't get it. 12 hours that reference the passage of time, and this moon placed right at the heart of it all. Anyone with magecraft training can feel the power continuously flowing into this place, but this world has no magecraft or mages. So, did you really design this whole Holy Grail war, old man? You don't exactly look like a mage. The sharp instincts of a businessman are enough for me to know where and when to make my moves, and the Holy Grail has told me everything I need to know. You are a servant of that Galaxy Ranger. I didn't think your nose would be even sharper than the Bloodhound family's minions. Is it really wise for you to charge in here on your own, instead of loyally staying at your master's side? That cowboy's in quite a pinch just right now, and would appreciate a speedy rescue. What a pain. If I blow your head off right here, that'd save my metal clump of a master too, no? Let me offer you some advice from experience. The Holy Grail never grants wishes the way people expect. All it leaves behind are dead souls buried by their desires. Ho ho ho. I appreciate the advice, truly. In that case, I am not giving the Holy Grail a new Am I not giving the Holy Grail a new purpose? It'll become an entertainment spectacle, much more worthy of investment than some wish-granting chalice. Entertainment spectacle. I get it now. It clicks pretty well with the essence of the Holy Grail. No wonder it managed to power this Holy Grail war. I've been wondering what you could possibly put into the Holy Grail apart from the wine, given this is a barren world where mystics have completely degraded. But if something could replace magical energy and manage to infuse the Holy Grail with enough power to create miracles, well, that changes things entirely. Instead of something that must maintain the concealment of mystics, the Holy Grail War will become a public entertainment spectacle instead. Then, the people on this dreamlike soaked planet will come to believe that in the miracle of the Holy Grail through learning its rituals and witnessing the summoning of heroic spirits. And so, little by little, their wish will turn into fuel, coating the Holy Grail in a fabricated miracle, and the farce you've orchestrated will end up stomping all over those wishes. Quite the impressive insight, servant from another world. Your presence here was certainly a surprise to me, but you and your friends are needed. The Holy Grail needs more efficient fuel, and that means you. What? Uh-oh, Miss Notes, no. The real name. It's time for you to show Pentagoni your true charm. The curtain fell with a soft rustle, veiling the stage in silence. I did what you wanted me to do. Well done, my old friend. So many years have passed, but I still remember every performance you gave, every dance you danced, every melody you sang. You were like a blooming iris, but I prefer how you are now compared to your heydays on the stage, stripped of all the external pretenses, so simple, so ordinary. Enough, Odie. Outdated metaphors are as revolting as last night's leftovers. I've kept my promise. Now it's your turn. There's no rush, my old friend. Everything you desire can be obtained without magecraft or miracles. Money is all it takes. The so-called Holy Grail is nothing more than a vessel crafted from gold. And the real stars of the show are about to make their entrance. Your job is to hold them off until the last step of the ritual is complete. Once that is done, I will honor the end of my deal. Odie, looks like your business acumen has rotted along with this world. I could barely restrain that one servant, and now you expect me to take them all on? Ho ho ho, don't be so modest. Unlike Grady, you're a true artist. You had the talent to bring thousands of characters to life all on your own. You are the perfect counter to these heroes. I will give you the power of the Holy Grail has accumulated so you can crush them all. Then, this grand spectacle will come to a glorious finale. Oh, got 100 Stellar Jades. Nice. Fork it. Wasn't that blue guy supposed to scout this place ahead of us? Haven't even heard a single peep from him so far. Could that old man have pulled a fast one on him? No signs of battle. This doesn't quite seem like something Lancer would do. Maybe he went fishing. From what I know about that man, he might even stir up some pointless fights, just to walk away happy. Miss Note, I'm glad you're okay. Wait, something's off. Miss Note, I trust you've seen Lancer here, haven't you? Yes, he came to the Grand Theater with his spear raised and ready, eager to impale Odie on the curtain. I couldn't agree more with his approach. But I still have dreams left unfulfilled in this miraculous second life, so I asked him to take a break. And I must insist that every one of you take a break as well, until Mr. Odie finishes the ritual. Fear not, there will be no pain. Please leave your passion and ambitions on the stage, like how actors shed their fatigue and make up behind the curtains and rest. Oh. Oh wow. That was kind of cool. Is she like a puppeteer? I'm guessing that's like her power. Okay. Okay, where the heck are we? Where's this? How is this possible? Why am I in Britain? We're in Britain right now? Dang. I mean, I think I'm playing this game on low quality textures. I can definitely see some of the landscape kind of sucking here. Is this your homeland? Yes, I remember it all. Every tree, every blade of grass, the fields, the wind scent, and this town. Does Caster think she can trap me with these memories? This town is nothing less than where my life as a knight began. Oh, Artorias! Here to draw the sword, aren't you? You're calling me Artorias. Is it Aiden? What is this, man? It's just a shadow? I knew it. That mage Merlin spun such a tall tale. Something about whosoever pulleth out the sword of this stone is right wise king of all England. Even an apprentice knight wouldn't be able to resist that. You know, it's kind of weird just seeing like, you know, like the words England and Britain here. Like in a fantasy game like Honkai Star Rail. That being said, a little fellow like you drawing a sword and becoming king, I really can't picture that. Right, I agree. I hope the sword in the stone manages to pick the right king. Master, let's go. What did he just call you? Oh, it's just... there he is, I can see him. Wow, dude, look at the land. Looks really weird. Yeah, it feels really weird. Because, like, normally in Honkai Star Rail, so far, like, all the planets, like, they've all been pretty much, like, you know, like, futuristic, or they feel unique. Like a space station, a snowy place, or underground mine. And then you got, like, the Shanzhou Laofu being all, like, just like a giant ship. And then Penacony being more like a dream area in a hotel. We never really seen a place like this in Honkai Star Rail. It kind of feels like Mondstadt or Leeway. I guess more like the Leeway colors, but like the Mondstadt type look. With like even the windmills in the background. It's kind of funny how like we haven't gone to like anything medieval yet. Like I'm not sure what the next planet is like after Penacony, because I've only just finished Penacony. But yeah, it does feel kind of weird just seeing this. Like it feels like the Trailblazer just went to Leeway or Mondstadt from Genshin Impact. Artorias, that is the male name I use. After all, a female king would have had a very difficult time ruling Britain back in those days. Oh, so that's why. Is that really the reason? I was wondering why King Arthur was a girl in this game, or like not in this game, but in the Fates franchise. I thought maybe something happened, like as she got summoned, but no. I guess in the Fate universe, she's really female and not like male, and that the reason why that it was written as male is because the female king and stuff. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, I just like read that really quick. I don't know if I had read this yet. Artorias, that's the male name I use. After all, a female king would have had a very difficult time ruling Britain back in those days. We returned to the moments right before I drew my sword from the stone. Oh. I thought Castor would use monsters, foreign armies, or even dragons to trap us here. How I miss all this. I never returned here after I left as a knight. What we see before us is a childish dream I had when I was still just a nameless nobody. The girl seems drawn by something. Her gaze wandered to the end of the path. What a shame. She's created such a fantasy for me, yet I don't even have a mount. I'll find you a trampler. I don't even know what that means. Or what that is. My greatest dream as a child was to have a mount of my own, to become a knight, to ride a horse, to follow this very path across the fields and reach the grasslands where Hector's house lies. Who's Hector? He's the old knight tasked with raising me. He was my father in a sense. He's always worn a stern expression but laughed at the smallest things. He always told me that he hoped I'd become the ideal king for this land. But in the end, he never got to see me become the king. I'm sorry, Master. I got carried away talking about my past. Now that we're here, how about we set aside our worries about illusions and dreams, and I'll show you around my hometown instead. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is so weird, man. It feels kind of weird just seeing this, like exploring a place like this. No, yeah, I feel like I'm just like back in Genshin, but like I'm playing Honkai Star Rail. That is really cool and interesting. There, beneath a tree, a tiny knight doll rested, as if lost in a dream that would never end. If this is the soldier summoned by Castor, they must be an incredible, powerful opponent. Whoa, that figurine looks totally rad. I've never seen a toy like this. My first 15 years were mostly spent caring for horses and honing my swordmanship. During my breaks, a mage named Merlin would visit me in my dreams and teach me about ruling as a king. What about you, Master? How did you spend your childhood? You never talk about your past. Actually, I never went to school. Really? But you sound more knowledgeable than the bards of Camelot when you talk about all the news from the outside world. Humanity has entered the age of the stars. Wisdom that was once unimaginably arcane has now become common knowledge. My earliest memory was boarding a train and headed for the stars and meeting my kindred spirits, many kindred spirits, as friends. Though I have no past, I have a future. I became the person I wanted to be. Well, even in the farce, or not farce, the face of hardship, you are still continuing your wonderful journey. I wish I did that in my life. Once upon a time, I also wanted to become a specific person. I wanted to see the land I stood on and the people who lived on it, upon it. I wanted to repel the tyranny of the king of Vortigern, the White Dragon. I wanted to deliver my people from the foreign invaders' hostile rule. I wanted to be the ideal king my people dreamed of, someone who would save Britain. For that, I would have sacrificed everything. The mage told me that if I pulled the sword from the stone, then I would achieve my wish. Everyone thought I would save Britain. But no kingdom lasts forever. I didn't save Britain. I once believed that once I slew Vortigern, expelled the foreign invaders, gathered the knights at the round table, and built the impenetrable castle of Camelot, peace would finally come to Britain. But that was all a fleeting dream. The knights who once served me abandoned me, and some even raised armies to challenge my rule. Britain was once again engulfed in war. Merlin had already warned me of all this before I drew the sword of selection. He once told me that once I drew the sword, I would meet a tragic end, hated by all. And while the kingdom was in its prime, he also told me that Britain would one day fall, and its current prosperity was built on the suffering of its king. And yet I thought I could carry the weight of the kingdom's pain and trade it for the peace of the people. The sacrifice would be worth it, and I would be willing to face my thankless end. You remind me of Sunday. You recount the fantastical dream you had during Pentecone's Charmony Festival to Saber, how a man dreamed of creating a paradise kingdom with his own power. Miss Robin's older brother. His thoughts and actions do sound a lot similar to mine. I promised everyone that I would build the ideal kingdom, but I left the land of Britain with endless wars, dying warriors, and starving children. The one who deserves to face destruction is me, not my country or my people. That's how it should have ended. That's how it should have been. Okay. We got multiple pathways. This one we can't go through, apparently. Maybe later on. Hey, there's a sword in the stone. Let's go, pull it out. So this is the sword in the stone? I've wondered countless times, had I not drawn the sword, or had there been someone more suited to be king, would Britain have truly become the utopia I dreamed of? And what kind of life would I have lived? To pull out the sword and become king, or to give up and stay in my homeland, to quietly live out my days. She's brought me back to the moments I made my choice. Saber, do you wish to stay? Because I don't. I need to get out of here. Master, I'm so tired. I wish I had more. I wish I had a horse to ride across these fields before the sun sets. Saber. You called out, your voice echoing, but the drawn-out words never reached the servant. In the moment she hesitated, fate had already been sealed. In truth, you were never here at all. What remains in this place is merely a shadow of you who fell into a noble phantasm, lingering in the dream of another. She was nothing more than an ordinary girl. Playing the part of a king was already painful enough. Why should we force her to continue in the delusion known as heroic spirits? Better to cast aside her sword, abandon her glory, and become a nameless nobody who watches the world's grand show on the sidelines. I'll help all of you to remove the hero's garish makeup bit by bit, until I've wiped away even the choice you've made to become a hero, until I've wiped away all the pain you endured on this thorny road. I prepared a simple and happy life for all of you in this show, including you, Trailblazer. Now, yeah, that's interesting. Wait, we couldn't, like, explore more? Are we gonna go to a different dream now? Oh, come on, bro. I want to stay in Britain. Even on the map, there was, like, a pathway to go to another place. I kind of wish we would, like, stay there for a bit longer. We're back in the Herta space station. Level 4 geography department researcher. So newcomer, are you staying? Someone like you has probably already burned through all your luck just trying to get into the Herta space station, but I'll go through the motions and confirm it anyway. Just so you know, working at the Department of Cosmic Geography isn't as easy as you think. Where did she send me? Who? Madame Herta? Well, this is her space station. Look, I thought I was pretty impressive too when I first arrived, but you'll be beaten into shape in no time. You're just a regular researcher on the station. No one's gonna even bat an eye at your so-called talents and smarts. But I'm the galactic baseballer. And I'm the cosmic geographer. But I defeated Tatalov? I forgot who that is if I fought him before. Who's that? A game character? But I'm a nameless. I don't belong here. Are you dreaming or something? Maybe you should take a sick day and get a checkup at the medical department. I'm a bit of a fan of the Astral Express, and I know that every nameless who boards it has been through some incredible adventures. So tell me, what great deeds have you done? I face-tainted the Doomsday Beast Ultimate? I don't even know what that means. Oh, I've heard of that. Apparently, a valuable relic was stolen from the space station. It was stolen by a mysterious intruder, which then led to an attack from the Antimatter Legion. If it weren't for Madame Herta stepping in to handle the crisis, we'd all be burnt to a crisp by now. An idea who that mysterious intruder was? Yep, you guessed it. It was you, brat. The only reason you got a job here is that lead researcher Asta took pity on you. I defeated Fantilia on the Shanzhou. You mean the Lord Ravager who recently appeared on the Shanzhou and caused a huge ruckus? From what I've heard, her plan was foiled by the General of the La Fu, but the Shanzhou people paid a heavy price for it. Listen, don't use someone else's tragedy as your bragging material. I woke Penacony from its eternal slumber. Let me guess, next time you'll say you were invited to the Charmony Festival and became the festive superstar? Right on, bro. Did you peek at the script? The man looks at you with exasperation written all over his face, visibly biting back a snarky remark. Yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and end things here. Yeah, we'll see how this whole thing goes. I think this part at least is better than the whole silent film thing, just because, you know, we can you know, hear people now. And also, it was kind of cool to see Britain for a bit, but, you know, that was very short-lived. I was hoping we can explore more. That would have been awesome. But yeah, that'll be it for now, guys. That's a game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good